organising the Great Badger Trail, and she's here to tell us some more about that today.
Hello, my name's Ama Menec. I'm a wildlife sculptor. I'm also the founder and chair of TBVAC, which is Devon-wide badger vaccination, run entirely by volunteers. A wonderful woman called Julie Buxton has come up with this fabulous idea, which had me jumping around the room with glee at the prospect of having a massive march going from Gloucester to London, arriving in London outside Westminster to be precise, on the eve of the Badger Cull starting on the 31st of May. So it will leave Gloucester, it will actually leave from just a couple of miles from here on the 22nd of May, and over 10 days we will stop at various places, including David Cameron's constituency of Witney. I'm so looking forward to that. So we need more walkers, but you don't have to walk if you're a Morris dancer or a skateboarder or a unicyclist or a cyclist or a motorbiker, anything. We don't mind how you travel. We've certainly got one person already who's going to do the whole 10 days on a mobility scooter. We've got people of all ages involved already. We've got a core group that are going to do the 10 days, but we've got double that number that are going to come along on individual days. You don't have to do the whole 10 days if you're not up for it. I know it's difficult to fit it in, you know, with full-time work and da-da-da, but there are 2 weekends when you could actually join us. And the final day, which is from Hounslow to Westminster, is on a Saturday, and it's on the eve of the Badger Cull starting. So if you can't make it to any of the rest of it, try and make it to that one at least. So we need more walkers or other people travelling. We also need, along the route, more support from people in that area. So that can be a whole range of things, from places to kip, so either floor space or back garden or a field, anything. We don't mind, we're not particular. We need feeding, obviously, along the way. We're a small army and we'll be growing as we travel towards London. We'll need somebody to help do very simple things like shift our gear from town to town as we move along. There's loads of ways that you can help. One of the other things we want to do along the route is to hold workshops and talks and speeches. So we need speakers, we need people good at organising these kinds of things, so that we can do set surveying workshops or badger ecology workshops or workshops dispelling the myths about bovine TB, where we can discuss things like my 20 steps of ways to prevent bovine TB in cattle. Anything like that. If you know, all the people here must know people that live between Gloucester and London, somewhere along that corridor, friends, family, colleagues, anybody. If you can ask them, if everybody here asks people they know that live anywhere along that corridor, and if you need to know the route, there's a map on these flyers which are being given out. Ask them if they will help us in any way. So we need people like you to network, to share this brilliant idea with your friends and family and work colleagues. But also there are posters available online. Presently they're only online on the Facebook pages, but for those of you not on Facebook, I'm sure they'll get put up on the main website pretty soon. And the main website is www.greatbadgertrail.weebly.com. And you'll find everything you need to know on there, including the sponsorship forms, and all the walkers and marchers and trailblazers will need sponsors. So that's people like you. So come and help us with that too. And just on a personal note, I will need a lift back to Gloucester from London. So if anyone's doing the London bit, let me know if you've got space for 2 more in your car. I'm really pleased to say that the majority of the people coming forward are actually coming from the West Country, where this issue is red hot. And I'm so proud that the first 2 people to put up their hand to say that they will do the full 10 days are both from my town of Tormes. So I'm just so pleased about that. And of course, we've got another member of TBVAC who's doing the trail on his mobility scooter, and he's around here somewhere. I saw him earlier. So yes, come and join us if you can. If you can't, help out in other ways. If you still can't actually physically be involved, then network your socks off. We need this to be big, we need to be proud and loud and bold, and we need a massive load of people by the time we get to London, so that the very biased media that we have in Britain presently is forced to sit up and take notice of us. And when we get to Westminster, there will be a static rally outside Parliament, so we need lots and lots of people there for that, so that that gets covered really thoroughly, because the problem we're facing is that the majority of the British public have heard the news that it isn't being rolled out across the rest of the country, and therefore a lot of people, even well-informed people, think it's all over. Well, we know it's not. We've only won the first part of the battle. We've still got a ways to go. So we need to get this issue back into the public media. Okay, so I'm going to go now, but if you want to talk with me about any of this, please do. You'll find people milling around in the crowd holding up these. Please contribute if you can. Things like printing costs, petrol, campsite hire, all that thing has got to be paid for before we even start this. So in any way you can help, please do. Sorry, there's one thing I forgot to say. All of the walkers will be sponsored, and that sponsorship money, which we hope will be a heck of a lot of money, in the thousands, all of that money will go towards stopping the badger cull. It'll go for petrol, for night vision binoculars, any of those kinds of things that people need to do the work effectively. And if the badger cull is stopped before the 1st of June, then all the money we raise will go for badger vaccination in the cull zones instead. So it's a win-win. Thank you very much.